In today's video, I'm going to be interviewing 5 of Hypixel Skyblock's richest players to find out how to make money and maybe get some advice as well. The people I'm interviewing have net worths ranging from 50 bill to over 100 bill. So let's hop right into interview number 1. Okay, hello nucleophile. So question 1, what is your current net worth?
55 billion, I think. Yeah, somewhere around there.
What is your playtime and how long have you been playing the game?
My playtime is 9,500 hours. I have been playing for 2 years almost.
What was the main way you made your coins?
Oh boy. Main way up to like the first 6 bill, I have no idea how I got my coins. It just came from like farming, mining, and like a bunch of other random activities. From 6 bill up to 25 bill, it was from M4. 25 to 45 was from Kudra, and 45 to 54 is from M7.
So you made 20 bill off of M4 and another 20 bill off of Kudra?
Yeah.
That is quite ridiculous. Are they still like around the same rates now?
M4 has been killed off, as far as I know. The star prices are now at like 13, 14 mil.
What were they when you played?
Like 45 mil.
Oh, wow.
More than that.
Wow. What do you spend most of your time doing right now?
Right now, most of the time, usually M7s, just because I find it fun. I don't really find anything outside of dungeons much fun anymore.
And what is your main goal right now?
My main goal is to go for integer limit in mage XP and trying to go for Cata 70.
Are you currently number 1 mage XP if you're trying to go that high?
No, I'm currently number 3, but like I said, I spent a lot of time in Kudra, so I'm just like coming back into dungeons recently.
What was your biggest mistake in the game?
Biggest mistake. So when I had 6 billion coins, I sold most of the things that I had for a mage setup. I was Cata 50 back then, so I kind of like liquidated everything to buy a Chimera 5 Withered Hyperion, because that was with the One for All nerf, and everybody was saying that Hype would be the best LCM weapon.
True.
So that was my biggest regret, because it turns out that Hype was broken and Giant Swords did more damage.
And what was your best decision?
Best decision was getting into M4s. It definitely skyrocketed my net worth and like helped establish everything. Without that, I would have been another one of those people stuck with mining.
What was the most useful item you've gotten in this game?
The most useful item would definitely be a Terminator, but also the Claymore is a close competitor.
Oh, really? Why the Claymore?
It helps you get into parties for M7s, and it used to be really nice for ghost grinding as well, but now the axe is taken over.
What is one piece of Skyblock advice you have?
Main thing, try to understand the Skyblock market. Pretty much if Diana is going to be out, Soul Eater prices are going to rise, Terminator prices are going to go down. Just keep that in mind and adjust your money-making method that way.
And final question, if you had to start the game again, what would you do?
If I was starting the game all over again, the first thing I'd probably do is get into mining and try to rush Kudra ASAP.
Well, thank you for the interview. Very appreciated. Hello, Timo. Question number 1, what is your net worth?
It's around 60 billion.
Question number 2, what is your playtime and how long have you been playing the game?
My playtime is 6.3k hours, and I've been playing the game, seriously playing the game, only for like a year and a half, but I started like a week or 2 after release.
What is the main way you made your coins?
M7.
M7, like dropping handles?
RNG carried to the moon.
How many handles have you dropped?
Currently 42.
What the How much have you sold them for? Like on average?
Half of them were sold for 800 million plus coins, and the other half were sold for around 650.
That is ridiculous. Wow. What do you spend most of your time doing right now?
M7.
M7? Do you have a specific goal in mind?
50 handles.
50 handles. You know what? That's respectable. Money is pretty cool. What is your biggest mistake and best decision in the game?
Biggest mistake was spending so much time on floor 7.
And what was your best decision?
Getting to Cata 50 while Party Finder was still usable for below Cata 50.
What was the most useful item you've gotten in this game?
By far the Hyperion.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was expecting most people to answer like that. What is one piece of Skyblock advice you have?
Don't try rushing into dungeons if you don't know what you're doing. Make sure to watch some sort of gameplay to not throw runs at the beginning, because people don't like throwers.
So like learn secret routes and stuff?
And not even that necessarily, just like learn how dungeons are at your specific game stage.
Okay, and finally, if you had to start again, what would you do?
Quit.
Haha, makes sense. Thank you very much, Timo, for the interview. Good morning, the holy chicken. Question number 1. What's your net worth?
48.9 bill.
What is your playtime and how long have you been playing the game?
I have about 8,500 hours of playtime, and I've been playing for 3 years. I first joined the game on February 3rd, I believe, of 2020.
Question 3. What is the main way you made your coins?
The main way I made my coins is dungeons. I tried to get into mining a bit. That didn't work. I have like 200 mil gem collection. I tried to get into Kudra. That didn't work. I have 100 runs. So mainly it's just been playing a lot of M7, dropping handles, giant swords and stars and stuff helped a little bit, but not a lot. I also got some of my net worth in contraband because I have a small YouTube channel, so I've gotten a couple billion. I think actually over 10 billion that way.
What the frick?
But the main way I make my money is dungeons.
That makes sense. How many handles have you dropped?
That's a good question. Around 16. No, 17. I forgot. I dropped a handle 2 days ago. I haven't sold it.
Sell it. Actually, wait till
No.
RNG meter changes.
I know. That's why I'm not selling.
Gotta get that Timo luck. Drop like 50. Question 3. What do you spend most of your time doing right now?
I mostly play dungeons because I'm trying to maintain number 2 in Kata XP, and I have a couple goals in terms of class XP.
What was your biggest mistake in the game?
I haven't made... Ooh, I have actually made some mistakes. Not stuff I did that I didn't want to do, mostly just stuff that I didn't do that I should have done. I think biggest mistake was not getting into Kudra when they revamped it.
Yeah.
Because that made 15H a massive net worth because he got into it really fast. It also made Death Streaks a lot of coins. Not just those guys, like a bunch of other guys. They're like the 2 highest runs.
Yeah, when I was interviewing Nuclear, he said he made 20 bill from Kudra.
Yeah, I played 100 runs. I had good RNG. Like I made a couple 100 mil. I didn't drop any MPMR, but I still made money.
And what was your best decision?
Starting dungeons, probably. Not just in terms of like the game. Like I could have gotten more money and generally more complete stats if I had not done as many dungeons as I have. But dungeons has introduced me to like really nice community. It's made me some of my better friends in this game. And I think it was probably the best thing I could have done for myself personally.
What was the most useful item you've gotten in this game?
Hyperion. Hands down, my most useful item is definitely my Estrella because like a lot of people always ask me which is more useful, Hyperion or Term. And it's always going to be the Witherblade because the Witherblade you can play mage with. You don't need a Term to play mage in any floor, although it is significantly harder, especially in higher floors. And you also are going to need a Hyperion or a Witherblade if you want to use a Term in higher floors because you need Witherblade for that really good healing. And it's also really nice to be able to hold an Estrella if you need to tank some heavy hits.
And final question, if you had to start this game again, what would you do?
Simple. I'd flip to a 500 mil or 1 bill mining setup. I'd mine it to like an 8 bill Kucher setup. I'd Kucher into like 30 bill net worth, and then I'd play the game normally by buying everything I need and then just playing.
That is every question. Thank you very much, Chicken. Hello, Dalkier. Question number 1. What is your net worth?
Currently, the bot says it's 89 bill.
What is your playtime and how long have you been playing the game?
My playtime is 6,000 hours, and I've been playing the game for 6,000 hours. Yeah, I started in April 10th of 2021.
What is the main way you made your coins?
Main way I made my coins was M7 and a lot of begging at the map.
You're real. How much did you make off of M7?
I've dropped like 20 handles-ish and a bunch of everything else from M7, and that was the main money. So I would say probably around 30 bill in total profit from M7, and then maybe like 40 bill from just handouts.
Like contraband kind of thing?
Yeah.
What do you spend most of your time doing right now?
Most of my time I am working on Dolkir mod stuff recently and just kind of taking the game really casually. I stopped tryharding somewhere in the middle of Trophy Fish. I was just like, yeah, this is not for me. I was going for Skyblock level and it's just not for me.
Yeah, it makes sense. So what's your goal right now?
I don't have any.
What is your biggest mistake you've ever made in this game?
I've made a lot of mistakes in this game. I can give you like a top 3. I NPC sold my Terminator when I was extremely low net worth. I was doing a solo F7 run and somehow a Soul Stealer bow ended up on my hotbar, so I NPC sold the Terminator and I buried it.
Oh, yeah.
Before I realized. I ended up paying for that because for the next 4 days straight, I was just mining nonstop. But I got it back within the week, so I was happy. I thought I was going to quit one time, so I spent like 3 bill on Jerry boxes when they're at their most expensive. And I did it with purples, so that was really dumb. Oh yeah, I dropped my hype like a month ago. Lost like 3 bill from that.
Like hit Q and dropped it?
Yeah,
What is the most useful item you've gotten in this game?
Hyperion, I guess. It's used for the most things, so.
That makes sense. And what is one piece of Skyblock advice you have?
Just don't sell stuff. Generally speaking, it's okay to have a lot of kind of garbage setups for a lot of different things because then you're more likely to continue playing. And Skyblock is literally just a function of time played to reward out.
I have one question specifically for you. So I have been informed that you shaved your head head for 10 billion coins. Can you tell us that story?
Yeah. Well, I really needed a haircut, so I was thinking to myself, how can I monetize that? And then I monetized that.
Final question. If you had to start again, what would you do?
Oh, well, I probably just wouldn't.
Yeah, you'd quit?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, well, thank you very much for the interview, Dokir. Very appreciated. Hello, Sophia Chan.
An outbid! I didn't think I was gonna see one. The plot thickens. Sophia outbids again!
Question number 1. What is your net worth?
My net worth is roughly a bit above 100 bill, not including exotics and dyed armor and such.
Sheesh, damn. Okay. What's your playtime and how long have you been playing the game?
If I do slash playtime, I come out to 9,340 hours, but I will say that more than half of that is AFK. Social 25 is not easy to get. I believe my first original profile that I joined, which was a solo profile, was like 4 days after the release of Skyblock.
What is the main way you made your coins?
My main way of making coins, of course, is by flipping. I'm number 3 for auction fee, which is like above 10 bill auction fee.
That's crazy. Anything else? Because like I'll see you buying accounts for like 10 billion Skyblock coins, then you get all the items. How does that work?
Oh, okay. Well, by buying accounts, that essentially means, well, buying someone's entire profile that's liquidating. So usually if they're like selling everything and their net worth comes out to maybe 11 bill as an example, I might give them like 8, 9 bill for the entire profile and they just trade me all their items.
And then you resell for a profit. Interesting. What do you spend most of your time doing right now?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I barely play Skyblock anymore. I mainly just run around hubs and talk to people. I guess sometimes I do grind players, and if I'm really bored, I go do dungeons, but that's about it.
So what is your goal right now?
When the year started, my goal was to hit 100 bill net worth before half into the year, which I already did. So as of right now, I need to figure out a new goal. I guess I've been grinding Blaze Slayer to Blaze Slayer 9, but that's about it.
What was your biggest mistake in the game?
Oh, I know exactly what this was. I like to flip a lot of dyed armor, like crystal dye, fairy dye, exotics as well, but mainly crystal fairy. And I was trying to buy these werewolf leggings, which I thought was 2 million, but it was 2 billion.
Oh.
So I kind of accidentally bought 2 billion werewolf leggings, which are now displayed on my island in a box called the Depression box. So
Wow.
that's probably one of my biggest mistakes on this game.
And what was your best decision?
My best decision.
Like getting into flipping?
Oh yeah, I suppose so. I guess that was. I mean, flipping can be very brain damaging and depressing. By me flipping, I got to the net worth where I am, so I guess it did work out. Because I always told myself that I didn't want to rely on RNG to be able to progress in the game. I wanted a non-RNG method of making coins that didn't require a lot of time. So flipping was probably the best for me.
What was the most useful item you've gotten in this game?
Probably just your standard old Hyperion.
Yeah, that makes sense. You can use it for basically every single aspect of the game.
Yeah.
What is one piece of Skyblock advice you have?
Don't get addicted to this game. This game is unhealthy. You stop playing this game, whatever you do. If so your friends tell you to play this game, no. There's better games out there that won't make you want to end up being depressed. Yeah, never play Skyblock. That's my #1 advice for Skyblock. Never play the game.
And if you had to start again, what would you do?
If I ever started a new profile, I'd probably just do your standard basics and just get a decent amount of first and just start flipping again, because that's all I really know that I'm good at for when it comes to making money.
Okay, well, thank you, Sophia Chan, very much. Very appreciated. Well, that was fun. I hope you got something out of this information, because I sure as frick did. Okay, bye, gamers. Subscribe.